have to do any like technical
Did you test
testing?
stuff?
I have tested the chat myself, but you guys are welcome to throw shit into the chat and see if it works.
Dice.
Hello.
Dice is always where our
Bunch
problem.
of rolls.
Always on the wrong screen.
Do something funny.
Don't everybody test at once.
Everyone throw at the same time, break it. That's what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, welcome back everyone to Tyrant's Wrath. Hopefully everything is going to be working today, which will be pretty nice if it does.
Why does it say I'm rolling for
Why is that
Really
wrong?
See, stuff's already broken.
I have not had to...
I tried to roll some dice and that did not happen.
Oh, because the thing is below. That's what it is. I see. It's because I removed the dice thingamabob from the chat.
No, but like it didn't even show up in the...
Oh,
yeah, it's not showing up.
It didn't even show up in the stream.
I'm not even seeing it on Foundry.
Oh, I see it.
I'm gonna refresh my page.
Yeah, we've had to refresh our page once each time.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Hi
everyone, hi Creeper.
Hello, it's good to see all of
Creeper.
you. I see Cyril's one.
I see his intelligence roll on the stream.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. I see nobody's.
I may have to do something else. We'll see. Let me try something real quick. Let's see if it works. I want to try something real quick. We'll see if it works. Takes less than 5 minutes. We'll do that. Yes, I know. Reload. All right. While I do that, I reload the entire page, so don't worry about it.
I see this.
Greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to the Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner where fate is bound by dice. Let me close that out real quick. And stories are carved into eternity. If my audio sounds a little bit worse than it usually does, that's because my AC is on the background because it's 100 degrees today, and I don't want to die. So,
Dang, we turn the AC on.
Yeah, I know. It's hot enough that I can't care about my own audio quality, which is shocking. But yes, today we're going to be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. I'm here with my wonderful, wonderful players, Ania, Cyril, Gelmar, Dakota, Elif, and Sapphire. Hi.
Hello.
Alright, well, as everything is now reset, try doing some rolls.
That's not what I like to see.
The
page
it's
immediately
still black
loaded
for me.
and then just set head to full black again. After a split second of being loaded up. Let me
Alright, so it's not just me.
I'm refreshing again.
See how things go. But yes. Take your seat at the table and let the threads of destiny unravel before you. Every story belongs somewhere, and here your next chapter begins. If you guys have not seen our wonderful players before, go check them out there. If you guys have not seen the heroes for today, absolutely go check them out right there as well. It will be pinned for if you guys ever need to double check it. We currently have, I believe, 21 hours on the clock for our subathon timer. If you guys have not seen our subathon stuffs before, there's our goals. Feel free to take a picture of it, look at, do whatever you want with it. It's there for you guys to look at. I also have it inside of my group, but I'll post it in our Discord.
Your subathon is still going?
It's still going.
You're welcome.
We are up to 21 hours and 241 subs.
You're welcome.
Y'all wilding as hell. Alright.
Yuki and I don't stop. We get paid immediately for the money it's in.
Let's see. Nope, I need to fix this.
I got fucking nothing.
There we go. Alright, in theory...
I'm just fully resetting that tab. Just deleting and creating a new one.
Things may or may not be better. I deleted a single... Well, I turned off a single module, which was DDD Dice. Trying to see whether or not that was a problem.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense why I wasn't seeing my own dice roll.
Yeah, well, no, when you were doing your dice rolls, it was on. I just turned it off. So.
Right. But I had turned off the other module.
Oh, yeah. You probably had turned, yeah, so. Hi, Aldo.
I'm rolling. I'm just rolling. Don't worry about it. Just checking, making
Did
sure I
you
know what
see
I'm
the roll,
doing.
Aldo?
Yes, I did.
Hey, that's exciting. Be really peaked if it's
Hey,
DDD
I'm in.
dice.
I got back in that time.
Nice.
Oh, whose dice is that? Oh, Sin, that's your dice? That's a cool die.
Why is there dice audio going on? Shouldn't be dice audio, god damn it.
I don't know why, but I'm not getting in for some reason. Oh, wait, never mind. It just took a while to get from one end of the world to the other.
Sounds like how it usually goes, unfortunately.
What the fuck? Okay, well, I guess I'm restarting again.
Let's see. Let's go to settings.
You're in Central America, right?
He's Eastern, I believe.
All the cool
Well,
people
still,
are
it's like the
Eastern.
opposite side of the world of him from him.
Yeah.
Basically.
But if I recall my memories of last time, you guys
Oh,
were...
God.
Huh?
I said, oh god.
Yeah. My memory is pretty bad, but that is okay. To the best of my knowledge, you guys had dealt with the assassins 2 episodes ago, and then you guys basically were kind of recuperating from all the shit that had happened at that exact moment. As you guys were talking with one another, I'm trying to remember what happened immediately after that, because I remember the end.
We went to the blacksmith to talk with Gelmar, and we talked with Gelmar, filled Gelmar in on the situation. Everyone hung out for a little bit, and then we left. Cyril, controlled by you, just briefly moved over, showed up, made sure Dakota was alive, gave a few people presents, and then vanished off to do more unknown deeds that will surely not be bad for us in the future. After that...
Surely.
I love how you
What,
skipped over the part where you asked Gelmar for, well, parts of him for future potion making endeavors.
I didn't skip it, I just forgot. But yeah, Gelmar decided since Dakota was under threat to offer Dakota a bracer, but because Dakota has to be picky about metal, Gelmar decided to use some of his scales, and he was like, "Oh, dragon scales, potions," and asked for something. Gelmar agreed for the future.
And my
Gelmar...
man ass was immediately thinking the OG Peach Dragon.
After that, they went to the guild hall to get money, to get paid. Nia gave the report to the guildmaster, talked about Broderick, the vampire, what's going on over there. Left out surprisingly few details, just a few key ones, and sort of lied on how much contact they actually had with Roderick. But otherwise was pretty truthful about the whole matter, which she's very good at. After that, they went back to the inn? Or did they stop somewhere else?
I think they went back to the inn.
They went back to the inn. They hung out. Oh, yeah, and while they were at the guild hall, they got a letter telling them there's going to be a gala soon.
Oh,
They're all
yeah.
invited. Yes,
and you guys got to
gala.
talk to the head guildmaster of the Shield.
Shield.
The Shield. Yes. Trying to remember which one.
Yes,
We did that a bit ago, I believe. I believe that was the one that Ania reported the details for the quest to.
Yeah.
So we went back to the inn after. Hello, Raiders. Do you want to do your thing before I continue?
Yeah, we'll do my thing before I continue. Hello and welcome. Just want to make sure. Good, my timer did go up already. Hello, Wolf. It's good to see you. A portal has opened and new spirits now echo through the halls. Welcome on in, travelers, and thank you so much for the raid, Wolf. You only get one per stream, so I'm very honored you chose to share your community with me tonight. Please be sure to get yourself some water, food, and rest. Streaming is no small feat, and your well-being always comes first. You're more than welcome to raid and run if you need to, or you can raid and stay. I always appreciate those who decide to lurk. For those just arriving, hello, I am Sinspeaks, a friendly interdimensional librarian. This cozy corner of the internet is Purgatory Corner, a place where stories never end and every visitor adds a new book to their shelves. Here we explore a wide variety of games, from heart-wrenching narratives like A Plague Tale, Detroit Become Human, and Undertale, to high-octane action in Dark Souls, Monster Hunter, Doom, and Halo. We got silly chaos in Castle Crashers, Gothic Friends, and Phasmophobia, plus indie gems like Celeste One Shot and Slime Rancher. I'm all about immersive stories from solo and laughter-filled collabs with friends. Beyond gaming, I'm a storyteller at heart. I write books based on my D&T campaigns, which I do today, Fridays, and tomorrow, Saturdays. They're sister campaigns, so they're in the same world, but two different groups of players. I'm also stepping into narration, as well as I've direct voiceover dubs for visual novels. Many have told me that my voice brings some sense of peace. Perhaps you feel the same. You're welcome to stay and find out. Welcome to our library, where every story belongs somewhere, and this might just be where your next chapter begins. Alright.
Alright, and back on to our recap of what happened last time.
Yeah.
After they left the guild hall, they returned to the inn. Gelmar also finished up what he was working on at the armory, or at least finished up what he was working on that day. Came also back to the inn. We told Gelmar about the gala, so we decided to go shopping since we got paid.
Shopping.
After a quick lunch at the inn. First we went to a magic shop, which was run by a tiefling who I believe only Sapphire realized is actually a fae from the Shadowfell. I don't think Sapphire told the others. Feel free to correct me if that is wrong. Sapphire.
Stairs.
Sapphire. Oh, there. Hello. Do you need to repeat the question?
No, I know the question. I'm just trying to remember if I did or not. I don't think I did, but I'd be wrong because I honestly cannot remember.
Okay.
I can't remember if you did either, so I'm going to assume Sapphire didn't. But yes, member of the Shadowfell, but we got a monocle for Dakota that will help Dakota see certain magic signatures. Ania tried it briefly and got super sick. Gave it back right away. We also discovered a ball of shadows, which Sapphire is very interested in, but is very expensive and also may try to kill us. So we put a pin on that. Maybe we'll come back to get it later. And then we went to go get clothes shopping. We went to a very fancy place in the inner sanctum of Haven, and on highly recommended. And we get there, and the tailor, Monsieur Bellbottom, decided that we were walking fashion disasters and absolutely insisted to cancel all his stuff for today in order to fix our stuff. Ania began crying. Everyone else was handled separately. And then after all that was done with, which took the whole day of just fixing everyone's fashion crises, except maybe Dakota. Dakota's pretty good. They left. Ania rode on Gelmar's shoulders because she was still crying and very tired. And Gelmar tried to cheer her up, but it didn't seem to work that well. And I think that's most of the recap.
I think that's where we ended, yeah. So we'll look at Cyril at the moment. This is what he's been doing most of this time. That works. But most of this time. By the way, for anyone who is new here, if you guys are hearing my voice not be quite as good as it was last time, or you're hearing a weird like background, it's like static or whatever to my voice, is because my AC is on, as it's stupidly hot today. So don't worry about the sudden quality drop of my microphone. That is not on purpose, but it's what I have to do.
I don't notice anything for the record.
Yeah, same here.
That's good. But yeah, so, Cyril, what you've been doing during the whole day. I know you sent me a message on it via the journal, but I have obviously not been able to get around to it because homework's a bitch, and the heat sucks. So I do apologize about that.
I totally forgot you're back at school.
Yep, I'm doing my master's. So I'm attempting to do my master's without throwing myself into a wall. So I'm a little bit bad at getting back to messages every now and again, but I have been thinking about it for a little while. So I need a little bit of input from you, which is going to be, where would you have started? Now, the whole day, more or less, was taken up by the party talking to Monsieur Bellbottom, Belmont, but Monsieur Bellbottom. So you had pretty much the whole day to interact with it. Where did you start with? That's what we'll start with first. Where would you have started?
I started with the errands that would take the least amount of time.
Okay, you've already gotten Sapphire and Dakota's items. We said that during last episode, where you had visited them for like a minute or two, handed off the items, then walked away while telling Ania that you had something in plan for her.
I absolutely pulled a Gandalf. Yep.
Okay.
And then let's see. I would have made a beeline for the guild.
Okay.
To drop off that package to Arla.
Okay. Trying to remember which package it was.
Well, you know what? Because I know everybody's pretty good as far as metagame goes.
Yeah.
I am dropping off a key to. I'm dropping off a key to a house in the old quarter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm requesting that she give it to the party, but she not tell them that it's from me, that she come up with some kind of lie.
Okay.
Is that to Ania? Someone else?
To Carla. She would look at you with like confusion for a second, but she would just nod. A couple of enters do this every now and again, where they want just their name off of something or another. So she just kind of nods to you. Perfectly willing to do it.
Then I would have made my way down to the southern quarter to go and inquire with the orcs about giant scorpion carapace.
Okay. So I'd probably say, I can't remember exactly who Rue had talked to in the past. I remember there being a large woman and an elder, to the best of my knowledge. So you would walk up to the southern area, which I believe I mentioned it before, but most of the southern region of Harmonious Haven is Orcish. They are kind of a mix between several races the closer you get to Technolopolis, but especially as you go further down is primarily Orc. They also have the largest graveyard in the entirety of Harmonious Haven. Orcs make a particular point to bury every single orc that they find. Whether or not it's theirs or somebody else's, they bury every single one. So they have quite a large graveyard. They're very, very big on this as a tradition. But because that most of the races kind of leave the southern region alone for the most part, and so the orcs just kind of have migrated into it. Kind of a safe haven for most orcs. So as you're coming down into this area, I don't believe you were there last time when Rue got her tattoo. Yeah. So as you walk into the area, they've obviously heard of you. The Orcish commander of the southern region obviously knows you as well. So you probably come down there every now and again. So they know of you. The Silver Knight of Harmonious Haven. Not fairy tale, but a statement that's heard most of the town over. So as you walk in, you would see probably that tall orcish lady, looking at you as you walk in. She seems to be the, I suppose you would consider it to be guard in this area. As you walk up, and she kind of eyes you up and down. She's probably about 1.5 feet under you, so it's about 7.5 some feet. So she's quite tall, especially even for an orc. And she has what appears to be like I believe a greatsword on her back. And she smiles at you as you walk up, and she kind of nods, and she just kind of goes, "What you here for, Mr. Silver Knight?"
I was hoping that I could inquire with one of your elders.
What you need to talk with them for, eh?
I'm looking for a giant scorpion carapace.
A giant scorpion carapace? Up here in the fields? You'll find better luck down in the wastes.
True, but out of everywhere here in the fields, this is the best place I would have luck finding.
At least you're smart about it, boy. She kind of like eyes you up and down for a second. You can clearly tell she's trying to consider you, as to whether she should bring you forward. So she kind of like thinks about it, and then she nods and turns around on her feet and just starts walking. Assuming you keep up with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she clearly does not care whether or not you get lost as you're following her. And so she's like weaving between various groups of orcs. They're all looking at you very, like their eyes are all on you as you are the only non-orc at the moment who is in this area. But you pass through the area, following her pretty much hot on her toes as she brings you to what appears to be a very large tent-like building. Most of the orcish camps are set up specifically to be able to be brought down and brought back up at a moment's notice. This helps a lot for travel, but also helps a lot for changing who's in charge, essentially. So she walks up to this this tent-like structure, opens up one of the things, and just walks in. I'm assuming you follow just same way she did?
I'm gonna follow, like, at least up to the tent entrance, and is there anybody that looks like they're stopping me from going in, or?
No. There's a couple people around you who are, like, eyeing you wearily, but no one seems to be stepping forwards.
I step in, yeah.
Okay. So you step in and you see her just kind of standing next to what appears to be a really, really short orc. He's about 4 feet tall. He is easily the shortest orc you've ever seen. You almost mistake him for a dwarf, if not for a fact that he has very green skin and no beard, and very large tusks. But he's saying there he has gray hair that goes all the way down to like his hips. And cross-legged, sitting in front of what appears to be a fire and chanting something or another. And she looks at you, she looks back down at the orc, and she goes, what would his name be? We'll go with Scorpion Slayer. You can go Scorpion Slayer. She'll look down at him and she'll go, "Scorpion Slayer, you got meeting." And he slowly looks up, and you can see one of his eyes has a massive scar across it, and he's completely blind in that eye. It's super gray and clouded. The other one looks up at you, and although it's quite old, you would imagine he's around probably mid-40s for an orc. It locks onto you, and you can feel his gaze just kind of like almost passing through you. He clearly has a lot of life experience. And he looks at you and he just goes, Silver Knight, how may I help one of your renown?
I have a favor to ask.
Favors in the Orcish clan are not easily given, boy.
That I understand. But this is not for my personal benefit. This is to benefit another.
And what is your favor?
I was hoping that you might have some giant scorpion carapace.
A rare
see-
opportunity in the fields, although easily found down in the wastes below.
True. But I am short on time. And the person that I need this for is dear.
Indeed. How long will you be in the field, boy?
We'll be here for a month.
Then a favor for a favor, then, child.
Certainly.
There are some difficulties we've had with the other factions. As you imagine and probably know, our dear Southern Commander is, not the nicest of folks around this town. And orcs are the only ones without a voice here. The only thing that we orcs request is that you fight for us, Mr. Knight.
How do you mean for? As in for your entertainment or to defend?
A knight like you couldn't entertain an old man like me if you tried. No. Your voice carries weight. Your voice carries far. You've met with the ambassadors, we know. And we have no voice in this town. Therefore, we wish for you to be that voice for us. You speak for the outskirts, but you don't speak for the orcs. We want you to be our voice, boy.
That is a fair request. What concerns can I bring to the council?
Simple. They keep being in our territory. They are setting something up, and I do not know what it is, but they keep playing it right in our backyard. The West, the North, and the East have similar problems, but they all have voices to be heard. So our territory is the one that these ambassadors tend to interact with, tend to overspill and overthrow. We do not farm, we forage off the world around us. From the meat of the deers to the simple fruit off the branches. As such, they think they can do whatever they wish with our domain as long as it doesn't touch our graveyard as established many, many years ago. But we do have lives here. We have houses and placements, albeit they can move at a moment's notice. But that's for us to decide, not them. We seek for you to figure out what they are doing and make sure that our territory is not undisturbed. For fears we cannot guarantee that those who attack the town of Harmonious Haven will be blocked by the orcish might.
You say that they have been setting something up.
Indeed.
Could you show me?
He looks over at the tall orcish lady and he just gently nods. We're gonna call her, we'll go with, we'll go with Lightning Saber. He'll nod to her and he'll just go, Saber, show him where he needs to be. For you, boy, however, we do have a carcass for you to use. We often will import from the wastes, as we do use most of their stuff. So we have one. It was difficult to get over here without it having damages, as you can imagine. So it was quite hard to achieve. We'll keep our eye on you, boy, but we will give it to you. And as you very well know, do not break the oath to an orc.
I wouldn't dream of it. The outskirts is my home. And the southern quarter is part of the outskirts.
Good. There are few who have ever crossed an orc and lived. We do appreciate the cooperation you've given us, boy.
And I appreciate this favor in return.
He slowly looks back down the fire and starts chanting in Orcish. Saber looks at you and starts walking out of the tent.
I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. As the two of you walk out, she goes a little bit distance away before turning back to you, and she just kind of goes, Alright, boy. Well, you heard the man over there. We're going to take you somewhere, and we're going to show you a lot of stuff. I'm also going to give you the carcass. But, first off, I need to test your metal. Do you know the Orcan ways?
I would like to say I know them, but I'm afraid that I only know what I've been told.
Ah. She holds out her arm towards you.
I'm gonna reach out and grab it.
All right. Wait, do you grab her forearm or do you grab her hand?
I'm gonna go with forearm.
All right. Roll me a strength check. She will do
dexterity.
Wow, beat me a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Boom,
Here we go.
Boom. All right. Goddamn, dirty 20. And you guys all saw that?
Let me go check one sec.
I know, I saw.
Yes, popped up on the Foundry for me.
Cool, cool, cool. I guess it was indeed DDD dice, which pisses me off.
I do not see a dirty 20. I see the last roll he made, which is a 9.
Huh.
Maybe if you scroll down. I know I had to.
Oh, wait, okay, yeah. I just needed to scroll down.
Okay.
Fine. I'm good. I see it.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, it does mean it was DDD dice, which means I'm slightly peeved because I can't show on the screen. But now that I figured it out, that's fine. So it's whatever. But yes, we will do that. All right. So you guys aren't able to see the actual image of the dice, but you guys can in fact see the rolls, which I'm happy with. But yes, so you grab her arm and she pretty much grips your forearm with surprising strength, and she pulls your entire body towards her. You do the exact same thing, a customary orc greeting, and she essentially slams her entire chest frame into yours. With that 20, you are more than capable of staying on your feet, and essentially as the two of you press into each other and slam into each other, she gets rocked backwards a little bit, as she just kind of grins at you, and she just goes, "Good boy, you remember the orc greeting, and you stayed on your feet. Considering your size, I'm not surprised."
And a pirate taught me the greeting, actually.
Ah. Well then, boy. Let's go. As she just turns around and starts walking again. Again, not giving two shits whether or not you are following her. As she pretty much guides you through not only the Orcan main area, but she just kind of passes you through like 4 or 5 different smaller neighborhoods before eventually she brings you to what appears to be a scavenging tent, essentially. It's full of different kinds of creatures, from lizards to snakes, a lot of them that you would find inside of the waste, the desert areas, but a lot of them as well you would find inside the fields. Small rabbits and other things that they can skin and so on. As she arrives over there, she kind of like, she grabs her sword, flicks it out, and then just kind of slams it against the table before sliding it back into her sheath. And you see another orc. You can't quite tell what he is, but he has one broken fang as he walks forwards, and they lean across the table. And she smiles at him. She goes, "Broken, we need the big boy." And he kind of like looks at her for a second. They kind of just go, "Things I do for this town. I bring in all the way from God Waste. I bring in a giant freaking scorpion shell, and everyone wants a piece of me. Do we at least got something for this now? Kinda. We got a voice now. This big boy is gonna be the voice of the whole goddamn town." They just kind of go, "Huh." And they like look over Cyril. And they just kind of go, "A voice, huh?" Whole town?
Yes. I have for too long not fully represented all of the outskirts. I suppose I had too much faith in the council.
Indeed. Well, you looked as fucked up as most of us do, so glad to have you on our side, I suppose. And he walks into the back. He hears several things moving before he is slowly dragging out. And he's like 6 foot or so. The average height for an orc is about 6 foot, 6'5". He's like slowly dragging out this scorpion carcass, and it's like easily as big as he is, if not a little bit bigger, with not including the tail. So he's like dragging the sucker out, and it's, you know, clearly been dead. They clearly pulled out all the meat of the thing and just left the shell essentially behind. But they managed to make it so the shell is all interconnected essentially. And so he's like dragging the thing out, and it's clearly quite heavy. So he drags out and he like places it down in front of you, and it slams into the desert, into the ground. Yes, the exoskeleton, thank you. And it slams into the ground, clearly really heavy. He goes, "All right, here you go, boy. This is a big catch we got down in the wastes. It's a little bit small, but it's a fine boy. We like its tail. Well, we got all the meat outside of it, so if you want some of the meat, you're out of luck. You have to go down to the waist for that. But if you just want the little big boy's backside here, you're more than welcome to it. What you need it for anyways, boy?
I need it shaped into some armor for a friend.
Ooh, fancy. I hope you got a real good boy to shape this up for you. This shit's harder than steel.
Actually, that is a good point. I would ask if there is someone here that could do that.
Nah. Suppose you'd probably be looking for Big Bertha. She's always been the one that has tinkered with a lot of our shells and some of our armor and stuff. We don't regularly need it, and most of it goes down to the wastes. It's one of the reasons why we import it up here, is because she's goddamn good at what she does. But, well, she doesn't usually take most offers. She kind of got bored of doing the job after a while, so she'd be your best bet. She's also probably your worst bet, you know?
Well, if she's my only bet, then that's the one I have to make.
Oh, cool. Well, he looks over at Saber. You could take him to Big Bertha. She'll probably not like you being over there, though. She don't like a lot of the other orcs around her. She don't real likes the other races. Don't really know why, but she has a preference, and we stick to that preference best we can. She also, beat the shit out of some of us, so we don't bother her too much anymore. Some folks call her Big Mama. I don't think that's weird. I think that's weird. I don't know. Common's weird. I call her Big Bertha, because she's big. Kind of like looks off into the distance. Either possibly having a flashback to a time of being beaten by her, or just confused.
I very much appreciate this.
Oh, yeah, no worries. We got a voice like you speaking up for us. Who knows what we're gonna be able to do here, yo? You fancy for us? Fancy folk. Is that the word I'm looking for? Fancy? And Saber looks at him and just goes, good folk. Yeah, good folk. Not fancy. I don't know. What's fancy used for again? Oh, well, I don't care. And he, turns around and he walks behind his shop again. Alright, now if you guys don't need anything else, get on, you whippersnappers. He's clearly, 20, by the way. He's not very old.
As you wish. And I'm gonna go to the edge of the tent, and because this thing is kind of big, and this thing, you said it's interconnected, so I can pretty much just sort of hold onto it over my shoulder with one hand.
Pretty much, yeah. It's quite heavy. Probably weighs, I want to say around 60, 70 pounds, I would say. And that's, okay, just the carcass as well. It's quite heavy, because it's all interconnected. Every one of the bits and pieces is all connected somehow. Not quite sure how they managed to do that, but it's probably easier for travel as well. Disconnected, each of the pieces probably wouldn't be that heavy, but it'd be more of a hassle dealing with it. So.
I'm gonna summon the elk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use the elk to carry the carcass over to Big Mama.
I love the idea that the elk is just having a fucking skeleton, or a scorpion's exoskeleton on top of it. Just fucking amazing to me.
While I am on my way there, I'm going to take this moment to message Ania.
Okay.
Using the sending stone, which I know she hates, but
gets that weird voice in her head again. What you message?
And the I will be sending the elk your way soon. Climb on its back, and it will take you over here to the orc quarter. There's a problem here that is best solved with you. And I'm gonna first drop off the armor with Big Mama, and and I want to explain to her that the person that the armor is meant for, so she can like shape it to that person's body, will be on their way shortly.
Okay. Big Bertha is almost as big as you are, Cyril, height-wise, and she's like 2 of you. Like she's huge, even for an orc. She is far bigger than most orcs should be. There are tales that the waist has like weird impacts on like births and stuff, which is one of the reasons why the animals get so large. But yeah, Big Bertha lives up to her name. She's like 9 feet tall, and she is fucking huge. So when you like lay it down, she's like looking over you, and she's one of the only people who ever has had the ability to look down into your eyes. Because she's like 2 inches taller than you. So like you drop it off, you tell her all that, and she kind of looks over you, and she just goes, "Well, boy, go to my tent later." Oh yeah. Assuming you very quickly leave.
I'm gonna make sure that she has Ania's name. She knows who is coming.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, we didn't actually give Ania a chance to respond.
This is the message stone, not the sending stone, right?
Yeah, message stone.
It's what?
Or sorry, yeah, sending stone, yeah.
Okay, so you would have to reply 20 or 25 words?
25.
Oh, but even if I send it, Cyril won't be able to reply, which Ania's going to be so pissed at. Like, so what would she say?
I mean, you could send your own follow-up message. Just like combine it with your sending stone for an extra 25 words, one that he could respond to.
But I think one of us is missing our sending stone, because one of us, I think Cyril gave his original one to the JoJo's,
and then he took
Ania gave
Ania's.
Cyril, yeah. So Ania doesn't have one; she'd have to borrow it. What time is this? Is this like?
This would be mid-afternoon, so you are kind of in the middle of. So the guy's walked out of your room. Mr. Bellbombs has walked out of your room. You're like halfway through getting all of your measurements and stuff like that, and he's testing different fabrics on you and stuff like that.
So Ania won't be able to respond very well because she's in the middle of crying. So Cyril's gonna give me a second to figure this out. Go ahead and keep going for a second while I figure this out.
No worries. But yeah, Big Bertha is just like eyeing you up and down, Cyril, and you let her know all the information about Nia that she needs to know.
Yes.
Yeah. And Saber is standing about 40-50 feet away from you, not even daring to step into the general vicinity of this tent. It's also one of the only tents you've seen that has like stable grounding, so it likely hasn't moved for a long time.
Interesting.
Okay, was it 20 or 25?
25.
Okay, so Ania's gonna send, and I assume this is in her voice, so she's going to sound like teary. Right? So it's gonna be like, can't go for hours, getting clothes, everything is terrible. Where do go? Can be at inn later. bring others, you can't reply. Never get fancy, and it cuts off because she miscounted.
Never get fancy.
Everything is terrible.
Going to look at the standing stone, wishing I could make more. Wishing I could message her a second time. Wonder what the fuck just happened.
Just like staring at, just like
miscounts.
you're just staring at like never get fancy. When was I gonna get fancy?
It sounds like she's safe.
She's just emotional. She's fine.
You know what? Perhaps coming down here will be good for her. And I'm just gonna give a nod to the. I'm gonna give a nod to the elk and then just send it bounding away, looking for her.
Mm.
But she did say she can be at the inn later.
And no, it's literally just going to. It's going to look. It's going to wander around trying to find you. It's
That's so funny.
hard enough to do these things.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Big Bird just looks at you. She's like, "I'll keep this little carcass for you. Don't you worry. I'll make sure it's all primed and ready."
I very much appreciate that.
I'm sure you do, big boy.
Aw, you tease.
Jesus Christ. I hate this.
We started it.
I can.
Oh, I did.
I can
You
just
made-
imagine
I was
a
gonna
blushing
say, you made the
squirrel.
executive decision to make a flirtatious orc. Don't give me
Yeah.
I am trying to make sure that I leave on the best terms possible, so that when my friend shows up, she also leaves alive.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. All right. God. Yeah, so she lets you go on your way back to Saber. She's like just picks up the scorpion carcass with like 2 fingers and just walks it back into her house.
Jesus.
Just casually just yeeting it into her house. As you walk back to Saber just shakes her head and is just like, "Yeah, that's Big Mama for you."
Big Mama indeed.
God. She looks at you with a legitimate face of like concern. Huh. Most people just look at her concerned and strange. A very odd man.
I have seen much stranger.
Alright, mind me not to get in your head. Anyway, so the thingamabob is over here. We don't really know what to call it, so we just kind of take into a thingamabob, a weird, a disaster, or get off my lawn. Depends on who's talking. She kind of starts bringing you a little bit more ways. Are you saying something?
Oh, I follow immediately, yeah.
Alright. As you go a little bit more ways, probably like now 20, 30 minutes or so, it very clearly comes into focus. Just outside of, let me pull up Harmonious Haven real quick. Partially from me, partially for you. Activate.
Very much appreciate
that. There we go. So you are in the southern region, probably around down here, where there's a lot of different like houses and stuff like that. There's the moat over here. So essentially, as you guys walk up, kind of towards the moat, you can see that coming kind of out of the moat is what appears to be some kind of weird pipe. It flows onto just a small patch of ground that was kind of dug out a little bit. Looks like it, from the best of your knowledge, probably it would eventually be attached to a sewer system of sorts, which you know runs under most of the town, but primarily Technolopolis. The outskirts doesn't really have that much of a sewer system, as they don't really have to. I appreciate you, Strawberry Cross. You have a good night, or have a good stream. But yeah, so you can kind of see this pipe kind of like feeding in towards the ground. It's not quite in the ground, but you know that most of the area has a sewer system before the moat. It's very strange that the moat that's coming out of the moat, as at the full outskirts over here, doesn't really need the sewer system or most of a water supply as such. So this is kind of weird. And you know that if it is in fact tied to the sewer system, it probably is trying to line. It's probably trying to expand the sewer system past the moat, which you know is not something that the Technolopolis should be doing, especially for the orcs who find this kind of machinery mechanizations to be almost insulting to their entire culture, as they are nature people.
And when did they start setting this up?
Oh, about a week or so ago. I've been slowly progressing onto it, but most of them are too scared to actually walk over that little pond over there, so ain't gotta deal with them all too much, you know. But sometimes they pop over, they'll dig a little bit, and, you know, technically we can't beat the shit out of them because, you know, we're in harmonious connections with them, but I don't like them touching my land, and none of us do either. Can't say too much, though, considering we ain't near the council and we don't have voices over there, though. And they say that the human speaks for us, but and we ain't seen him whatsoever, you know?
Mm. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't actually trust Gregory.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
So, I'm trying to visualize this sewage pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Size-wise, are we talking like one of the ones they drop in? They drop in under the streets here in like modern day?
Probably say something along those lines. It's not huge, like you obviously couldn't walk through it, but I would say like,
okay,
dwarf could squeeze into it probably. You know, maybe a gnome. So it's a decent size, and it's definitely like being pulled out of the moat and then bent and aimed towards the ground again. So it's probably going into like a curve, or they just haven't dug down enough to just put under the ground. One of those two, you can't tell.
This is this is almost as many answers as it is questions.
Aye. We don't really like them moving into our territory, so most we've been able to do is stand there and stare. Turns out when you got 15 orcs staring down your neck, it makes them really not want to be there, so we delayed a bit of their stuff so far. It's kind of nice. But I think they wanted to expand their little mechanizations or whatever the gnomes got going on for them. And they're trying to get all the way into our little town here. We don't like that shit, so she kind of pats your arm. You're the ones gonna get to tell them to fuck right off. Or however you say that.
Indeed.
She starts cursing in Orcish, but you can't tell what she's saying.
No, that is the right response.
Oh, good.
I would say continue to slow their progress as much as possible.
Don't worry. I'll make sure they get a real good look at these guns. She like shows off her arms. I heard a gnome saying that to me once. He almost blew off his hands. But they're explosive, so I say my arms are too.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I can throw a gnome all the way across this river. Good times.
Just kind of like staring at the walls of Technopolis. What are you up to?
Anyways, you got all the stuff you need. Feel free to go right on. I'm going to wander my way back. If you ever need me, just ask folks if you can find my old saber here. Somebody will show you to me at some point or another, and if not, well, Big Bertha seems to got your number down.
Can I ask you a question that might be upsetting?
What's that?
Bloodfang.
She kind of like narrows her eyes for a second. A lot of her jolly attitude has moved. She just kind of stares at you for a second.
How well did any of you know him?
Down here in the south, or way down in the south?
Here, at least.
Not too well, I would say. He's been around for the last 50-some years or so, older than most orcs normally get. Yeah, he seems to be in fine fighting prime. I don't know what's keeping him going, but something is. But he always helped out whoever he could, wherever he could, whenever he could. He was a wild child. Although, weirdly enough, he never accepted no one's thanks. People try to give him stuff, he'd just decline. He'd walk on through. He'd go into a town, he'd break it down. He'd do whatever mission was, he'd walk away like a ghost in the night.
Was he acting strange recently?
What kind of strange you mean, boy?
I mean the kind of strange that led to what happened.
Not that I know of. I don't know him personally, of course, but we're orcs. Strength is strength. You show you're stronger than the rest, and you get domain. He was one of the strongest orcs we've ever seen. He purposely left the Bloodfang stronghold. One of the only orcs has ever done so. No one fucks with him after that. He always had an elf with him, though. Strangest damn thing you ever seen.
That elf does seem to come up quite a bit.
Yeah. Elf and orc. Combinations I'd never seen before. Most elves don't like us. Most orcs don't like them. Weirdly enough, she was also a high elf, one of those high-born sons of bitches. And yet, they were like two thick thieves in a pond. Two thick thieves in a pond. Just kind of stares at you.
Once again, something strange seems to follow it out.
Yeah. I blame all the elves for all the random bull crap that seems to keep happening. Hell, and Alpha was the ambassador who was stabbed, ain't it?
The wood elves are almost as much a victim of the high elves as anyone else.
We have some wood elves that visit every now and again. We treat them like two separate species. Practically are. Although wood elves are also kind of weird to us, but they like nature too, so can't blame them too much.
Good. Actually, the friend that I am sending over to Big Bertha is a wood elf.
Ooh, fabulous. I doubt she got no strength on her, but, it's okay.
If you would be so kind as to assist her when she gets here.
I'll be sure no one kills her.
I appreciate that. And, I appreciate all of the information that I've been able to get today.
Well, we just do what we can.
And that is all we can do.
You seem more orc-like than you do human-like, boy.
I am certainly quite a bit different, I would say. But I appreciate all of this. And I will absolutely talk to the council about this encroachment.
She chuckles and nods her head before turning on you. Yeah, you do that, boy. We trust in you, because you ain't stupid enough to cross an orc, so you have fun with the boyos in that high-class place. We ain't gonna touch that with 12-foot fork. Yeah, 12-foot fork.
I will say this. Something about all of this worries. Make sure you're all prepared.
Boy, we're always prepared. We could pack up and leave tomorrow if we want to. Only thing keeping us here is that it's a relatively safe location. Ain't nothing more and nothing less.
I can appreciate.
Yeah, fine, boy. And she just starts walking back to the southern region.
Yes, and I'm gonna start heading on out.
Cool.
And I guess
I'm
gonna check in with I want to check in with my informants as far as like this new
death strain.
Yeah.
All right. You had an informant before, but I don't recall who they were. I think it was like
Cecil.
Huh? Cecil, yeah. So you see, you attempt to meet Cecil again, and it's a little bit difficult for you to get a meeting with him for obvious reasons, but eventually you do get a meeting with him. It takes a couple of hours, so it's starting to get to evening time. But you do meet him, kind of in a more shadowy spot. He kind of walks up to you, he like hands you what appears to be a empty potion bottle with some dust in it. And he kind of goes, "There you go. I got that earlier. Thought you might want to see it."
I'm going to take a look at it.
Alright, as you look at the dust, you do notice there are speckles of black in there. They don't move the same way as the dust does. And it's almost like a goo that's sliding over the dust, if that makes sense. But it's like tar black.
I'm trying to remember back to the or at least to what Dakota and Sapphire had explained to the party, like what they found. Does this match up with what they saw? Any of it?
When y'all were in that camp?
Yeah, I mean, I know when I went into the camp, I just started burning everything down and killing them. But Sapphire and Dakota were actually doing recon.
Yeah. The stuff that they had seen, I believe, was all waterlogged, because that was the main process. that it has to go through. You have to waterlog it multiple times, and then it essentially just starts being refined into the dust. But by the time that they saw it, by the time that it had gotten to the area, it was already white, essentially. And then Nia had refined it even further into refined dust instead of sludge, I suppose, slime, whatever you might call that. But that had no traces of black. This looks much less refined than even the stuff that you used to have. Even the white is not quite as powdery as it should be. The black, though, is just kind of weird. You've not really seen that in things before. But the white certainly does not look as good as it used to.
What's been happening with this?
We're not too sure. Just been getting along a little bit faster than we're used to. So we're kind of assuming that someone over here has been giving out unrefined bits. Still not sure what the black is, but no one seemed to care all that much. So
The effects. How is it affecting people?
they're lesser, but the addiction, I would almost say, is slightly worse. Takes a little while to kick in. Doesn't give them much of a high, but that seems to make them crave it a little bit more. You know what they say, heart makes everything fonder when you give it more time. So. I already know where they're producing it this time. They're keeping that real down under. Whatever it is that they're doing over there, this is not the quality that we were usually expecting. Got under our nose a little bit.
Can you slow its distribution?
I can try a little bit, but a little bit more difficult this time around. Been doing it so often the last, couple years and such that seem to have gotten on our tracks just a little bit. They're getting a bit wise, my friend.
Are they now?
Indeed. Someone seems to know what we're doing, although you don't make that too hidden. But they seem to be wanting to make some kind of impact, shall we say. I can only imagine that's why there's a rush going on at the moment. Why else would they halt the refinement to such a degree?
It's almost more dangerous in this state, isn't it?
We've yet to see, but if it doesn't give them as much of a high, but makes them crave it all the more, then it could end very badly for a few folks. Try and do what we can for those who've been affected already, but weaning them off of it is difficult, to say the least.
The hospitals, how are they handling this?
Decently enough. Been dealing with it for the last couple of years, so... And we haven't got a whole widespread outburst of it just yet, so... Just giving them what we can, making sure they're comfy, and making sure they ain't a danger to themselves or any others, and waiting for the effects to pass off for a little while.
So there's time, at least.
Indeed. As long as we don't have a massive outburst of it, we should be able to keep up with it for now. But if they're going so fast as to not refine it that much, I'm assuming they're going to start pumping the production here real soon. And, ooh boy, they do that and it gets an outburst and we have a whole lot of desperate people needing a lot of desperate material.
It's true. What do you know of this new sewage initiative?
This new what?
this new sewer that they're trying to build out of the moat?
Well, they were talking about the fact that, they're starting to grow a little bit and trying to give the outskirts a little bit of love, the TLC that they get into the rest of the place, giving them a little bit more, I don't know what the gnomes call it, but something or another to make their lives a little bit easier. So they've been trying to pump out some of their sewage into the surrounding areas, trying to make it so we can expand the sewers just a little bit, go a little bit further, and make it a little bit easier for folks,
Hmm.
I don't know too much about it. It's been kept on down low. All we know is that T signed off on it, and that's all we got.
Do you know who T is?
No. We don't ask these questions there. There's a lot of folks who've asked the higher-ups about this T and all that stuff. They just give he's a clerical worker. He looks over stuff, makes sure it's all up, and then he signs it to make sure they know that's it's all right and order and proper and all that. Same thing has been said for the last 20 years, so we'll see how it goes,
More council bullshit.
Hmm?
You wouldn't happen to know any of the foremen of the project, would you?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I can come back to you, though. Get you some names.
Please.
Will do. Well, sun's getting real low, big guy, so, gonna get on our way now.
Yes. I will.
I'll see if I can find you later. You ain't hard to find.
I will make my presence known.
Kind of turns and walks off into the shadows, and within about 3 seconds, you stop being able to hear his footsteps.
And now that the sun is going down, I'm going to go and get started on rounding up as many. I'm gonna go around trying to find and question as many of the dealers of the new substance as possible.
Cool. I'll probably say you get 2 or so people. At that point, you round them up. You start, arguing with them. All that fun stuff. You don't get a whole lot of information. They don't seem to have much on them. The dust that they get is, unlike most of the dust they used to, is not uniform. Some of them have significantly more black to it. Some of it is significantly more white. Is varied batch by batch. And the white is sometimes still wet. It's still somewhat molded to the other bits. It's not quite dust at the moment. It's very much so unrefined. After a while, I would probably say Ania and crew are heading on their way back to the inn, because they're at the north section. I would say you've been wandering around the area, trying, seeing through the darkness and whatnot. You would see them as they're passing on by. You'd also see your elk is quite far, slowly making its way over to where Ania is. It randomly will stop and check somebody, just start sniffing them, and then turn and start walking again. Appears to have tried to sniff pretty much every single individual that he has crossed paths with so far. So
I'm going to do 2 things. I'm gonna point the elk in the correct direction, trying to use the elk as a distraction. And I am going to let's be honest. I'm going full self-destructive spiral.
Okay.
I am trying to do this better, but it is getting more and more frustrating as I'm doing it by not just like outright executing them.
Okay.
But yeah, the party doesn't see me for like a few days.
Okay. So I'd probably say, yeah, the elk comes up to Ania as you guys are walking to Galmor and Ania, and it just like sniffs Galmor for a second, moves up and sniffs Ania, and then just kind of like headbutts Galmor very gently. Just
he's just staring confused and incredulously because memory serves sending is a psychic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does not have any of the context here for what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Ania would like remember because she was so distraught that she had forgotten that it even happened. And she'll tell the party that Cyril told her that there's a problem that he thinks she would be good to solve, and that he sent the elk to go get her. So she's going to move from Gelmar to the elk.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's assuming Cyril's going to be there to explain the situation, she's not going to ask anyone to come with her, but she's not going to tell them not to either.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not exactly going to leave her to go alone.
That's fair. All right. Are the rest of y'all going to follow? Sapphire, I know that you have a meeting with Solstice that you're welcome to do, especially since it's nighttime. Aldith, you also have your church that you're welcome to visit too.
I don't mind putting my stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dakota would probably want to go with Ania to see what Cyril's up to.
Mm-hmm.
Very fair. Aldith?
Aldith's gonna go to the church. She's not going to go with.
Cool. Okay. And Sapphire?
Yeah, as much as I'd like to put off my stuff, I probably shouldn't.
I should put this off, but I probably should stay not putting it off. All right.
Would Sapphire tell the party? Because I don't think Sapphire told anyone she met Solstice. But what does she tell the party about where she's going? Because I assume Aldith just says she's going to visit the church.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably just casually drop the name and expect you all to know.
Just like, yeah. Hmm?
Ania remembers because we heard that before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ania's like, wait, when did you meet him? What? Is it him? What happened?
Yeah, he's a him. It happened before the Dakota thing, so it kind of got overshadowed.
Are you okay going alone? Do you want to go alone? Do you need someone with you?
I mean, if someone wants to join me, that'd be great. But
Ania...
I'm still going alone.
Ania looks at Gilmore and Dakota expectantly, like one of you has to go with Sapphire. I don't need both of you.
Grabs her stick and it's just like, I will beat you.
They all can only hold one other person anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was expecting Gelmar to have to run alongside it, but...
And he wouldn't make it that.
Fair. I'd imagine that Dakota's probably a lot lighter than Gelmar, so he's probably a better choice.
Oh, yeah. What was that, Dakota?
He's gonna look...
So Dakota's just like,
Kelmar just stares between Ania and sorry, Aldrith or Aldith. Sorry,
Me
sorry,
and Sapphire.
Sorry, yeah, sorry, Sapphire. I'm sorry. I'm pulled into multiple directions at once. I'm bad.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I do that all the time.
Before her letting out a frustrated sign, just be careful wherever he's going. Something about Cyril's seemed off lately. Though I suspect you already know, or though you already know that.
He's being frustrating. We'll go check on him.
Just be careful.
Yes, sir.
And she's more chipper now that she's gotten the fashion trauma out of her system.
Hey, that was quick.
Yeah.
She's very good at pushing all trauma deep down and letting Tra or the other one deal with it.
Remember, kids, if you have severe trauma, push it down. Push it way fucking down.
That's how we stay so cheerful.
You see, this is how we get battle ends.
But yeah, so Aldo's going to go over to the church. Gelmar and Sapphire will be going over to Solstice area in the west. Cyril is just going to be wandering for the next several days. So we'll randomly touch in on what he's doing every now and again. And then Dakota and Nia are going down to the south. So we're going to move over to Aldous one real quick, then over to Sapphire's, and then probably over to Nia and Gelmar if we have time today, or in a couple of weeks when we come back to it. Oh yeah, Nia and Dakota. We'll come back to that if we don't. But yes. So we're going to start with Aldous. So yeah, Aldous. You are walking through the area. The church specifically is in the northwest area, this little big old chunk of Technolopolis up here. As it is arguably the largest section of Technolopolis, so it has the largest congregation of people. It has humans, gnomes, orcs, it has wood elves. I feel like there's one more I can't remember. Oh, and tabaxis, of course. All of them kind of cluster in that area. It's basically the melding pot of the entire area, even though it is in the middle of Technolopolis. There are most the gnomes move over to the other sides of the area to do all their experimentations. This is more or less the melding pot. It has one entrance to the outskirts on the left, and then far on the right as well is another entrance, and both of them lead over to farming areas. So people come in regularly, just kind of set up shop or whatever, and it's one of the only areas of Technolopolis that is not heavily focused on humans and gnomes. Because of this, it has the church in there, and it has a widespread amount of religion that goes into this church, whether it's to spirits, whether it's to gods, whether it's to general deities, or whatever you could even consider to be a manifestation of a deity's ideals. People have prayed to it within this church. So it takes you a while to get over there, potentially patrons too. But it takes you a while to go there, but as you do head there, in front of you is a gigantic church. This thing is huge. Is this the one did I load this on there? I did. Okay. So it's very, very, very large, and it's around 11 o'clock at night. So there's almost nobody actually in there. Or around, honestly. It's very dark. There's not a whole lot of people there. You are looking at this massive church. How do you feel? What are you doing?
I think this is the right word I would use. She's sort of feeling trepidation. I think that's the correct
Feeling what, sorry?
word. Like trepidation. Quiet. She's like, can you hear me better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to using my mic. She's feeling trepidation. She's like, like she wants to go in, but she's like, should I go in? She's sort of teetering on that, like, am I gonna burn if I go in here? Am I gonna start sizzling? But she will ultimately, take that step over the threshold and enter the church.
Okay. So this is what you see when you enter. There we go. Assume that worked. Wunderbar. As you walk in, this thing is huge, like 50, 60 foot tall ceiling. Obviously, like centered in this kind of circle-ish area. There's steps that lead up to what is probably a what do you call it? A altar. Or a lot of people have put different things on. Some people put weapons on there. Some people put armor on there, coins, random gifts. There's lightly lit candles on either side, kind of giving it a little bit of an eerie glow. Everything in here doesn't look super taken care of. It definitely looks like it's used exclusively for the purpose of interaction. Almost nothing else. So it's almost decrepit, you would say. Definitely a little bit uncomfortable being in here. As it does not seem super well taken care of. Except for these steps. Except for this altar. As you walk up, to the altar itself is incredibly well taken care of. It's super clean, super nice, is safe, is what you would say. You are, as you look around you, obviously you can see the shadows flickering in various different ways due to the flames. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a second. I can do it. I can do it.
You can do it.
I have the faith in you.
Just normal, no advantage, right?
Yeah. Just regular perception.
That's what
Ooh, almost a 1. All right, so you're looking around and you notice that the shadows are moving weirdly. Light is moving weirdly in this area. Light is strange. The shadows seem a little bit more eerie. You can feel the world around you shifting almost. What do you do?
That's a good question. I feel like she isn't superstitious, so I feel like it's more like oh, I'm tired. I had noticed that they're moving. Maybe something's happening, but also it's pretty late at night, and maybe the trauma of the day,
Mhm.
has affected me. So I think she's gonna stare at a shadow for like a hot second
Mhm.
and then shrug it off.
Okay. Do you do anything to the altar? Do you kneel and pray? Do you put something on it? Do you just look at
Yeah,
it?
for sure.
Hmm?
She's gonna get on a knee. Um, she's going to reach down past her armor and pull out the locket, the necklace
Mhm.
that she wears, and she's gonna close her eyes and start to just speak. Um, she I gotta think about what she's gonna say.
You got quiet again.
What did you hear?
She speaks.
Okay, yeah. I just gotta think about what she's gonna say. Sorry. I wasn't sure
Okay.
how much you've heard of that. I started mumbling. That's why you didn't hear me.
No worries.
I don't even know if you can hear me. I don't know if you hear anything I have to say. I'm here, and I'm here Mostly for my mother, because I know that she would want me to talk to you. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Do you even recognize the pain you have put me through? I am tired. I am distraught. I am exhausted. I just wish I could get a sign from you that I am doing something right, that you are here, that you are listening. Because, damn it, I cannot tell.
You feel... Oh, what would the word be? You feel almost like a hand on your shoulder, I would say. As you look, there's nothing there, but you feel the presence and the pressure of a hand on your shoulder. And you hear, kind of in your head, although you vaguely hear it as if it's echoing around the room, as this place has great acoustics. But you vaguely hear, you would call it like an ancient voice. It's very quiet. It's very, I suppose still would be the proper thing. Very old. It's kind of the voice that you would expect to hear from like a great-great-grandfather who has spent years just kind of like not moving, you know. And you hear the voice kind of speaking to you, and it simply says, I have always heard you, child.
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here. Don't give me a second.
You're good.
She's gonna struggle for a moment to either lean away or lean into the touch that she feels. But I think she's going to place her hand on her shoulder, theoretically on top of that hand she feels.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to reply, "If you have heard me, why have you put me through so much?"
Your mother's greatest wish was to keep you alive. That is what I have done, child. I have kept you alive. You have done the bulk of the necessities. I've simply added a helping hand every now and again. It is hard for one such as I to interfere with the mortal plane, especially nowadays. Your mother was a very devout woman. She tried her best.
There are actively tears starting to fall down her face at this point. She's going to get extremely defensive. Do not mention my mother. She was devoted to you, and you let her die. She was innocent. The people around me that have died have been innocent. If you are the protector of the innocent, why let them die?
Why do animals die in the wild? A bunny is innocent, is it not? As are deers. Why do they die within the wild? Why are they hunted? It is the natural course of life, child. It was simply her time. I protect those that I am able to. I am the protector of those that I can. But when it's their time to die, I shan't interfere. The innocent die, because that is the way of life, as do the strong, as do the unkind, as do the brutal and the rude and the rough. Everyone has a time limit. That is the circle of life, and to interfere with the circle of life is to step into a domain which we are not allowed to interfere with. I do not interfere with your life, I bend around it. I navigate and I move and I shift. You are the one who controls your own destiny. I cannot keep you alive more than I can anyone else. But I will defend you if I can, as I defended her for many years. I gave her a child for her to be happy with. She lived a great life. She was happy with the life she lived. Is there not much else one can want?
He's going to tense up at the fact that he mentioned that he was pretty much the reason she was born. She's going to inquire about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, what do you mean?
Upon which part, child?
How did you help my mother have me?
Your mother was incapable of conceiving. She was born with a defect that made it so. She was infertile. But the only thing that she truly wanted in her life, the only thing she desired beyond anything else, was a child. I simply gave her that wish and I helped her out. I planted a, shall we say, seed of life. Gave her a jumpstart of sorts. And from that you were born. You could call it a pact. You could call it a gift. You could call it generosity or laying egg. Whatever you may call it. She had gotten a child. And you were born.
I had a thought and then I got distracted. I remember now. Why now? Why tell me now? Out of all the time, why now?
There are only so many places that I can move through the world. I could talk with your mother because she was a cleric of mine. You did not accept in the same way she did. My powers do not run through you, child. Our bond is different, disconnected. So there only are short places in this world which I can cross through and interact with you. Otherwise, if I tried, I would pierce the veil that hides me, and you would never see me again.
He's going to let go of her shoulder and she is going to take off the necklace
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to just look down at it for a second, just in contemplation.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yep, give me a second.
You can feel the gaze upon you and you holding the necklace.
I'm trying real hard to think.
Don't rush yourself. It makes it worse.
Yeah.
The thinking part worse, I mean.
Yeah.
I have the faith in you. Thinking hurts.
It does hurt. No, Creeper's right. It does hurt. I'm trying so hard.
You got this. I have total faith.
It'll be easier with practice.
Okay, I know what I want to say. So I was created as nothing more than a pawn for you. I was created. For what reason? What is my purpose? I am so lost. I protect and I protect and I love and I lost. I lose so much in my life and I can't stand it anymore. I'm joined in this new party and yet I come in and now someone is being threatened with death. Do you just want people around me to die?
Why do you need a purpose? Children are not born to be used. Children are born to be born. Your life is not set in stone. You are not a pawn to be used. You are not a tool that us gods have to wield. You were born because your mother wanted a child. You were raised because your mother wanted you to lead a full life. I keep you alive to whatever degree that I can, along with your own natural abilities, because you have a life that you would like to live. You are not a pawn of mine. You are not a pawn of your mother's. You are not a pawn of your friends or the children around you. You have lived, often by circumstance, sometimes with a small sway. Sometimes the bandits just don't check the cabinet that you have hidden. But you fighting, you protecting, you loving, that is on you. You surviving by your own skill with the sword, that is on you. The ones who have died around you are not my cause. They are not of my fault. Death happens around you for the same reason it happens around your friends. You are adventurers. You dive into the mouth, into the jaws of pain and suffering, so that you may save the children around you from having to live the same fate. You save those who are innocent and those who shouldn't live, to fight another day, but instead live to be happy, to smile, and to cheer. Whether that is from me or your mother is entirely up to you, child. But you are not a pawn. You were not born with a purpose. You were not born to do something. You were born to be born. You were a child who has grown up. The only purpose that you have is a purpose that you create. The only tool that you have become is your own.
He's going to put the necklace back on and tuck it back into her armor.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to wipe the tears off of her face. And
Mm-hmm.
And something else happens that I'm not quite sure yet. Give me a moment. If I am not a pawn, if I truly have no purpose besides the one that I set for me, then I shall live my life to the fullest without worrying what you think.
You are a fascinating creature, Alden. Your mother would be proud of you. And with that, the voice fades.
Aldith gonna stand up from her kneeling position. She's sort of gonna shake it out. Like she's got ants in her pants. She's just gonna shake it out. And she's gonna turn around. She's gonna turn around and look around the church, and then she's gonna look up at the ceiling. And then she's going to just let me get into my voice again. I do hope you're proud of me, Mother. And with that, she walks out of the church.
Nice. All right. God, that was sad.
Welcome to religious trauma, everybody. Religious trauma 101.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But yeah, so as you walk out, all that fun stuff happens. I'm assuming you're gonna be heading back to the inn. Sapphire and Gelmar. Let me move back over to Harmonious Haven. There we go. Totally fitting. But yeah, so you guys walk over to the southern area, or to the western area. Maybe it's western area. It's a little bit of a distance. It's a little bit distance, and it's in the middle of Technolopolis. There is what is effectively a small park of such. A little bit of trees dotted around and things. It's a very nice area. And you guys walk towards that area. Do you guys talk with each other at all, or are you more contemplating what's going to happen at the interaction?
I mean, Gelmar straight up has had no interaction with this character, so
it's true.
Just saying.
You guys go interact with each other. You know.
So, how exactly do the two of you meet? Uh-oh.
So hard?
Sorry about that.
Are you good?
We were at an inn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He showed up at the inn randomly.
Wait, how do you... Wait, but if he just appears at random, how do you know when you'll meet him next?
I don't know when I'll meet him next, and I don't know if it was it was random for me, because he did just kind of show up out of the blue, but he had a mission, or he was. Did he actually say why he was?
He was there to find you specifically.
Okay, so he's just... Was he, like, wandering around, or did he, like, specifically know to go there?
From what you could tell, he's been, wandering for a while trying to find you.
Okay, so it was, like, happenstance.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just happenstance that we ran into each other, I guess.
Indeed. So, how exactly do you know you'll be meeting him here? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful location, but I don't understand.
I don't know if I'll be meeting him here. I just know he said that there's these trials they have to do, and this happens to be the spot for at least one of them.
Indeed? Well, will he need aid?
I honestly don't know. It's all new to me.
Will we at least know when the test begins?
I sure hope so.
You hear a voice coming from behind you.
He's going to start picking through his rune pouch and looking for the lavender-colored one.
You hear a voice behind you as you're digging through your pouch, and it's that same low, gravelly voice that Sapphire heard before of Solstice's. As he kind of peers behind you, and he just goes, "The trial will start very soon. Do not worry."
Just to be clear, is this only she can hear, or...
No, you both can see and hear him.
I don't know, what just surprised, flabbergasted someone's suddenly there. I don't think I've had the pleasure.
He kind of leans forward and kind of holds out his hand for a handshake. The name's Solstice.
Kelmar, he says, reaching down and shaking it in return.
Indeed. I'm a friend of your companion here, teaching her aspects of her past, shall we say. I was not expecting her to bring a friend.
With how much chaos has been going on in the past several days, I think it's best if we at least travel in some level of groups. Would that not be wise?
Wiser than you would think. He smiles at Sapphire.
Right, sorry, I shouldn't be in your way, he says, taking a few steps out to the side.
It is not to worry. In fact, your presence may make things more interesting for her. Are you ready for your trial, Sapphire?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Good. The purpose of this trial, as with the other two, are to determine which path you are interested in taking, or more accurately, how you decide to walk along the path. Which one you choose to take is very important, but always remember, that which you see is not necessarily all that is there. There is always an option that is not presented. He kind of gestures to the area in front of you. Into the trees you may go. Do not worry, you will not be harmed.
Okay.
Alright. But you start heading on into the trees. As you go into the trees, there's there's a weird shift, I suppose, in the air. And you start walking forwards a little bit, and trees start to get a little bit denser. You could almost see the buildings on either side, but after like a few minutes, they just kind of stop appearing. The tree line is so dense that there's nothing left in there. And it's just trees. After a little while of the two of you guys walking, there is fog that starts to move down around you, kind of starting to obscure a lot of your vision. And it's somewhat dark, but there's no clouds above or there's no sky above, as the trees have created a canopy of sorts. So it's almost completely dark. I think you have dark vision, Sapphire, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So you can kind of see everything in black and white. Gelmar, you can't see much as you are walking. You can see Sapphire next to you, but beyond that, you can just see the fog. You can't even see the trees around you as well. But you guys walk for a few minutes, just heading straight forwards, and eventually you guys walk into what is essentially a glade, a very small opening within all the trees. The trees still kind of move upwards and the branches stretch, so it's like an enclosed canopy over this glade. Probably around 15-20 feet high is the distance between the top of the canopy and the ground where you guys are standing on. And around you is just a solid layer of fog. It is just a gray level of darkness around you. But as you go forwards again, there appears to be a small lake. And the tree line in front of you suddenly just kind of disappears. It just kind of opens up. So probably around 30 feet from left to right, it just completely opens up. And you can see two paths. One to your left that spawns is overgrown with vibrant flora. It's pulsating with incredible amounts of color, with crazy quantities of just bright lights and stuff like that. All kinds of mushrooms you've never seen before, and the trees that go along down there are various different colors. And even Gelmar can see this path as it brightens up the entire area. To your right is what appears to be a cold stone road. Unlike the other one, the trees that are alongside it to its side are completely symmetrical. They are exact distances apart, almost to a strange degree. And it's much darker over there, though you can still see it with almost perfect clarity. In front of you lies what appears to be a lake, and you can't see much past that. What would you guys like to do / say to each other?
So is this test just a simple embrace urban or nature? Embrace society or embrace nature? He says, looking at Sapphire confused.
Sure, exactly. I know it's got to do with which paths I choose. I don't know exactly what that all means in the end, though.
From a basic sense, I can think of about a dozen different impossible meanings.
Me too.
Well, seems some interested in some sort of decision here. But I don't understand the question.
It's probably tied to my memories somehow. I just don't know how.
Well, Does either side feel more right to you?
Well, I always feel more comfortable in nature. So I think I have to choose that one.
Yeah. Send my side whichever direction you go during this test.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. We go down the lush, flowery, naturey path.
Nice, nice. All right. You start heading down that path, and you do see, at first, the cold stone road kind of starts to disappear, and then you see the water start to disappear as well, as the, I suppose, the trees over there start to move towards you guys, and then it lines up, so you guys are just on a single straight path, with both sides having the vibrant and strange trees pulsating with color and, honestly, madness. Every time you look at one or the other, it's confusing and strange. And you hear solstices.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Solstices. Oh my god. I hate that I named them this though.
Solstices.
Souls.
Wow.
You hear Soul's voice. Fuck it up. You hear Soul's voice, not behind you, but like around you. And you hear him say, "Ah, you chose the wild path. This path means that you value freedom, your adaptability, and your ability to take risks. It means that you wish for freedom, for the ability to choose, the wildness of nature, and the unpredictability of the future. If you would like, you may choose again. Simply walk backwards along the path."
Nah, I'm good.
Hear a soft chuckle echoing through the air. Ah, fascinating. Just like the sapphire I remember. You feel the world kind of change again as you walk down the path, and the vibrancy of the trees around you starts to fade into the general tree line that you remember as you walked in. And now you're walking out of that section. Even though you're almost positive you walked just straight forward the entire time, somehow you've been turned around and you walk back out and you see him there. And he smiles as he softly bows to the both of you. Your choice for the first trial has been fascinating. You could have chose both, simply walked down the front, but instead you chose the path of the wild forest. You could have chose the stability, the gentleness, and the structure of the stone path. But the wildness and the freedom of the nature path spoke to you, it seems. Do you regret this choice? Knowing what other choices lay?
No. No, I don't.
Interesting. Do you think that you are equipped to decide which of the two sides of the war are ones to have won or ones to have lost?
Gelmar tilts his head confused. Is that related to... Crud, I'm blanking again. The rebellion that we heard of in the Outer District?
No, it does not. But 'tis not my story to tell. It is Sapphire's if she wishes to speak her mind about it.
He blinks a couple times, confused, before staring over quizzically.
Do you feel like you have enough knowledge to choose between the sides, Sapphire? Or would you like to do the second trial?
I don't feel that I'm equipped enough to make that decision just yet. So yes, I'd like to do the second trial.
Good.
Uh,
He kind of pulls out a
Um,
piece of paper and he gently hands it to you.
okay, she'll take it, and then she's gonna turn it to Gelmar and kind of explain
Okay.
to the best of my ability, because I cannot remember entirely. But
No worries.
when did I find out about this?
From
Was
the
the
moon
mirror
goddess.
right?
Yeah, the mirror.
Yeah. Back in the mirror, I found out from the moon goddess I am basically the deciding point on which side's gonna win essentially the battle between good and evil. I guess would be the best way to sum that up.
But off of the way it was discussed in the woods, it almost sounds as if it's two different directions of ideology, neither of which are necessarily the adversary, or more accurately, both of the adversary, but neither are wrong.
Yeah. Which is why I'm struggling so hard with my job, per se.
To strike a balance is the point of his task, then, I suppose. To find the place in the middle, where the least harm is dealt, and the most are supported. At the very least, that stands the hope, I suppose.
Yep.
Can't say I've heard of a conundrum more complicated than that. Not at the very least, how long I've been alive.
Indeed, is a difficult circumstance. Although one that the dear Sapphire chose herself. That paper holds the information to your next try. I will not be there for that one. You will simply walk that path, as you would any other. It was good to see.
I guess. Yeah, I guess this is goodbye for now, then.
Indeed. I will see you again at some point in the future, Sapphire. Your journey is not yet complete. And he just kind of walks backwards a little bit, and he just kind of fades. It's less of like he disappears, and more like the wind just kind of picks him up and disappears.
Okay. She's gonna sarcastically say to the wind, until then, good morrow.
I love that. Do you look at the I suppose letter that you were given, or are you gonna hold on to that for a bit?
I think I'll look at it just to glance at it, and then I'd decide after what I see, I guess.
It appears to be almost identical to the gala invitation that the group received at the guild.
Oh.
So it's an invitation, or just looks identical?
It currently looks like it. It's sealed with wax, so you're not sure what's on the inside, but it looks very similar to the gala invitation.
Okay. I'll open it.
Alright. As you open it, there are two things in there. The first one is an identical record of the gala invitation you received. The second one is a letter that essentially says, on just one moment. There it is. The second one essentially says that during the gala, and it's not exact words, but paraphrasing, during the gala, something is going to happen. You can either let the chaos flow as it naturally occurs, or you can try to enforce the order. You could also, if you choose, take it upon yourself to complete the mission, whatever that may be. Your choices have been laid. What you decide to do is entirely up to you. More or less paraphrasing what it says.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, what do you think? Shall we pursue the next step soon, or? I suspect we have much to think about. Not before before it's best to move on personally. But I leave that decision to you for the moment.
I would agree with you, except it seems like the gala is my next decision. So.
Oh?
That's gonna happen anyway.
Hmm.
Yes.
Do you suspect there's any other prep that needs to be conducted for that?
Apparently there's gonna be some chaos that's gonna ensue at the gala. I don't know what all that entails, but I guess I gotta figure out a way to try and I don't know, either fix it or something.
Tools restricted, yet still much to be ready for. It
But
doesn't bode
either
well,
way,
but if it's anything like his most recent test, hopefully it's not going to require any punches thrown, so to speak.
yeah. I'm still gonna let the rest of the group know. Either way. At least then we'll have some more brains to think on what to do.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Heavy thoughts never exactly been my strong suit.
All right. So you guys heading back to the inn?
Yes.
All right.
Seems reasonable.
So you guys start heading back to the inn. Gonna be arriving roughly at the same time that Aldous does. And we're going to transition over to Ania and Dakota. You guys are heading down to the southern area. You are having to go past this little bridge over here. What you do enter the area is, I believe, late evening at this point, or roughly around the same time that Aldous would have entered the church, so about 11 or so p.m. You do see the really tall orc lady, about 7.5 feet, I think. Saber, and she's standing there, clearly just kind of waiting for something or another. As she sees the elk, she gets a large grin on her face and starts walking over to the two of you.
Ania waves cheerfully.
Hello.
Well, hello there. You must be the tiny wood elf that Big Boy was talking about.
You mean Cyril?
Yeah, orc voice, that guy.
Yeah, he said there was a problem that he needed me for, or he thought I'd be good for here. Interesting.
I don't know if any problem yet, but he wanted me to make sure you didn't die when you got to Big Bertha, so I guess that's the problem he was talking about then.
Big Bertha?
Yeah, Big Bertha.
The same tone of voice. They say in unison.
Yeah, Big Bertha. She's one of the biggest orcs we got on the campground at the moment. She don't like orcs very much, but she does like other groups, especially big boys like him. Not like you guys though. You guys are tiny. Your strength ain't gonna be measured very well, huh?
Oh, I
Tiny,
have
it's
strength.
like I'm like 7 feet tall here.
Oh yeah. She just kind of like looks at your body completely hidden by the poncho, just kind of assuming you're a scrawny kid.
Correctly, assumed correctly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have strength in other ways. I'm a thinker.
Ah,
Mhm.
cool. And she like turns around and starts walking to the house. Now I gotta tell you one little warning about which one she'd use. She'd use Big Bertha. About Big Bertha at the moment. Actually, I ain't got too much worry about for you. She's crafting something inside. Well, she's gonna be crafting something inside for you. Have I mentioned your language sucks?
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'll try to learn more Orcish when I can.
She kind of like turns and looks at you with a somewhat confused face for a moment. No one like you learn Orcish? Ah. Surprise me every day.
Well, that makes it an even more fun thing to do. I like surprising people.
Now you walk up to an orc and you start speaking full Orcish, they will, depending on the orc, either treat you with more respect or throw you into the ground like you are a sack of, wherever that food is.
Do you have any books or anything? Or is it all passed down?
Oh, storytelling. Orcs don't do much for the written language. We talk to the Kankus every now and again when they come over with their feline friends, and they write down some of our traditions and stories to send over to the elven whatchamacallit. We tell off our stories passed down from elder to child.
Oh, I'll ask my mentor next time I see him. Maybe he has something I can learn more Orcish with.
Maybe. Best way to learn Orcish, little lady, is to have an orc around with you or someone who knows Orcish and just start yelling at them for a little while. Best way we ever learned was to swear at each other until we couldn't stop moving.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, great fun. Sometimes we also fight each other. She kind of raises her arm and points out like a massive scar along her bicep and I got this one from one of my clanmates. He slashed me with a big old great axe. It got stuck in my arm. I then had to flex. And I popped it back out. Oh yeah.
Ania claps.
It's fucking adorable. She looks very cheerful as she regales you with a couple more tales before she gets to what you assume is around the perimeter of this house, about 50 or so feet away, and she goes, all right, house is right there. You go have fun.
Okay, is Cyril not here?
Ah, no, he left a while ago, like way earlier today. He had something or another he was planning on doing. Just don't speak for the orcs, though. It's gonna be nice.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
On what?
Oh, towards the whatchamacallums, the folks in the center, whatever their names are.
Oh, he's gonna speak, to the ambassadors.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, he's gonna speak to them on behalf of the orcs because we ain't got a voice to carry on over there. And, you know, he want this favor, and that's a favor in return.
Oh, so whatever I'm going in here for, he agreed to do something for the orcs as payment for it?
Indeedy.
Oh, I see. What is it he's speaking about?
Well, there's a few things that are kind of bothering us. They're encroaching on our territory just a little bit. You know, there's a pipe of sorts that has been coming over here. We stand in front and we give them weird spook. You know, the face, make it so they stop. They haven't really done too much in the last couple of weeks or so, but they seem to be like trying to bring their little machinations that the gnomes have been doing over into our side, and we don't like that. We don't take too kindly to that for a little while, but we ain't got no voice in town, so we're having him be our little voice, you know?
Oh, I see. Cyril's very good at it. I'm sure he'll do a wonderful job. I'll be sure to support him. I think I saw something about that, actually.
I appreciate if you add your voice to him. I don't know what kind of voice you might be bringing, but you know, if anything you can do to help us, you know, we'll take it in kind. And I assume that he's gonna help us because he crosses an orc. He don't survive.
Oh, Cyril keeps to his word very well.
Oh, good.
And Nia will go to hop off the elk and will offer her staff to help Dakota down. Despite Dakota being taller.
Okay.
And does our orcish friend leave after she says that, or she's sticking around?
She just stays at the perimeter watching the two of you.
Okay. Ania will go ahead and head toward the tent with Dakota. I assume Dakota's following. And under her breath, she's going to be like talking to Dakota. She's like, Cyril's gonna be in so much trouble with me later.
Yeah.
What did he do? And they go in the tent.
As you get to the tent's entrance, is there seems to be a little pad that you can like knock on. So as you do so, you hear a voice from inside going, "Don't you worry, I'll be right there in a jiffy." And after just a moment, you see it, like the tent thing, like side to the side. And yeah, she's, how tall are you? 5 foot something?
Oh yeah, I'm 5'5".
Okay, she's almost double your size, and she's like 4 of you wide. So
may I? Go ahead.
Okay, well.
I was gonna say, may I do like a roll to know if I know anything about orc culture and how to get in good favor and maybe not die?
Sure. Roll a history check.
Okay, let's see. Because I have hung out with Life Learner.
I would say orcs respect strength beyond everything else. That is the number one thing that they respect, that you can get good favor with them. Any degree of strength, usually physical, but as long as you can prove that you have some degree of what one might consider to be strength. It could be fortitude of will. That's why tattoos are such a popular thing in orc culture, or just strength in general. That's usually a way to gain favor. A good way to not insult an orc is to not question their strength. Questioning their strength usually leads to a all-out brawl to determine who has more strength, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Okay, you see this absolute fucking giant who honestly stands bigger than even Cyril does. Like, she like looks down at you and she's like, "Oh, you're so tiny. You must be that wood elf little lady."
Hello, ma'am.
Hello there. And she looks at Dakota before looking back at, like, just barely glancing over at Dakota. How can I help you? Are you the one that the big boy want me to help with?
Cyril? He told me there was a problem that I could help with, but it seems that maybe that wasn't true.
Well, I did need your general shape and size in order to format the armor around you, so I suppose there is a problem that could only be solved by you being over here, so yeah, come on in.
No, thank you.
And Nia will walk in. She's not glaring at Dakota, but she gives Dakota like a disapproving look, as if to like, she's trying to be like, I'm mad at Cyril for lying to me.
As you guys walk in,
solemnly.
Everything's a little bit big for Dakota. Ania's like a child in this building. Everything is huge, is compared to her. The chairs are modeled for like 7-foot people and above. Like, Dakota is small in this building. He looks like a teenager that's kind of awkward moving around and shit. Ania, you look practically like an actual child walking around. And she like looks at you, she starts like moving some stuff around, and like she moves some stuff off of a chair that you know is like hand carved. And she's like, you may say as you like. She looks down at you. Do you need some assistance?
And so there's just chairs for her to get on?
Yeah.
And is the ground made of stone here?
Dirt and stone. It's kind of a mix between two of them.
Would stone shape be able to be used here?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, not stone shape. Mold earth.
Yeah.
Mold earth. Okay. Oh no, thank you. And she walks over to the chair, and the dirt and stone underneath her lifts her up just enough for her to sit down, all petite like, and then the floor goes back to normal.
Oh, that's a fancy trick. I've seen no one do that before. I like you. You're kind of neat. She walks over
I'm a
to...
druid.
Huh?
I'm a druid.
Oh, well, you nature folks. Nice. We have a lot in common then. She walks over to a gigantic fucking cauldron and pulls out a ladle. The ladle's head is about the same size as your head, by the way. Like, it's
awesome.
Huge. As she like kind of stirs in it, she's like, would you kind of folks like a bowl? I made this stew a little while ago and I keep it warm just for friends.
Oh, sure.
Ah. She then looks back at you and goes, you want the little bowl?
Oh, I'll take whatever normal bowl there is.
Alright. She like grabs a bowl and like it fits in her palm, so it's quite hefty. As she like starts pouring, she pours in another one for Dakota and places it down in front of you. For Dakota's general size, this is an average bowl. For Dakota, this is fucking huge.
Oh, you mean for Ania? It's huge.
No, for like Dakota, like inside, like Dakota's changeling and stuff. Yeah, for Dakota's dragonborn form, this would be a relatively average meal. For Dakota on the inside, this is a monstrosity of a meal.
Dakota's never eaten this much before.
It's mostly potatoes and general meats and stuff, kind of boiled down to be a nice little simmer.
Okay. Ania will look over because she knows Dakota's doesn't really eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get any utensils?
Yeah, she had placed down like was effectively a spork, a wooden spork in front of you guys. Also hand carved.
Oh. She's gonna start stealing pieces of meat from Dakota's bowl without asking.
Big Bertha kind of sits across from you guys, watching with a smile as you watch. It vaguely reminds you of your mother, just kind of watching, smiling.
It's like, and as Nia will sip on her soup, and she'll be like,
"So, what is it that you said you needed my measurements?"
Oh yeah. She reaches over, just like across from a few like chairs and stuff, and lifts up the giant 5-foot-ish scorpion carcass and just places it on the other side of the table, just casually. From the sound of it hitting the table, you can tell it's roughly about 60-70 pounds, and she just casually just places it on the table. So here's a carcass from the waste. You know the wastes?
I've never been, but I've heard about them.
Yeah, the guard waste. Everything's bigger in the guard waste. I was born there, actually. When I was just a wee child, I was ripping these things' tails off and stabbing them to death with it. Good times, good times. Their meat is quite delicious if you cook it properly. If you don't cook it properly, it'll poison you for 3 days. Had that happen to me a few times. It's usually, it usually kills people, but my stomach's strong.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Oh yeah. But anyways, these things are tough as nails. You could probably put a nail through it. Well, I could put a nail through it. These things are tough. I don't know how to translate that, but they're very, very tough. These things are huge and tough. So you put them on and they'll withstand most things that even iron has difficulties with. It's also really good for heat protection. We often use them while we're inside the side desert because sun beats down on us, but we still have to hunt and stuff. Very good thermal protection. They wanted me to turn this into a thingy for you to put around your body to make sure you don't die. At least I assume they was once you want it.
Oh,
Feel like it'd be kind of odd if you didn't want it for any other reason.
Armor?
Yeah.
And she's like investigating the scorpion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you nature folk don't like nothing that's metal and all that. We also don't like too much they ain't nature oriented, so we often use the spoils of the land that we're given. This here is a little folk, you know, it's a very tiny one, but given your size, I imagine it would fit you decently well. I can also keep the tail on it for you if you want me to.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. How do the suits usually come out looking?
Yeah, they usually are more or less form-fitting. These, she just like grabs one of the plates and rips it off. And you notice like it has like a firm texture around it, so it was probably like effectively glued on there with quite a lot of some. So she just casually rips off one of the plates. And she's like, these little plates here we can take apart, and then we can, you know, blend them together more or less. Kind of imagine like a blacksmith like fusing some stuff together. It's a whole process. But we take them, we take your measurements, we put them around you, and we kind of like makes it a little bit more form-fitting around you. You can put like cloaks and other stuff on top of it. Very good for when we're inside the when we're moving into the forest and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
It's very
That's
effective.
amazing.
Yeah. And if we have the tail on in there, we can put the tail right in the smack dab back, and then you can move it around a little bit depending on the kind of magic you use. But usually I can get like I have a lot of skills in my hand, so I can make it so it kind of works around a little bit with your brain. It's not super amazing, but you can use it instead of a hand, for example. It has a poison sac inside of it that you can stab folks with. Very effective, very, very painful, I should say, if you ever want to use that, but you can move around it, you know how it is.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah. It's very effective.
Okay. When do you want to get started? How do we do this? I just got back from having my measurements taken.
Whenever you're done eating. I don't like to interrupt meals.
No problem. Thank you.
Absolutely. Just grabs the giant carcass and slowly moves off the table and puts on the ground.
And she'll eat with Dakota and just like,
I hope it fits well. Looks like plates almost.
Indeed, it's so we layer the plates out. She like reaches over and rips off another piece. And she like stacks the plates against her. We put the plates right here so that they're able to flow nicely against each other, but provide a lot of protection as well. I've been doing this for about about 25 years or so, and you put them together like this, they are hard as steel. But you do it wrong, and they are brittle as can be. I'm one of the only folks around the town who knows how to do this kind of stuff no more.
Oh, I'm so glad you were here for this then. I'm very much a magic type person. I also have an ability to, I have some magic that lets me grow in size. Are you able to make it just a little bit flexible? It doesn't have to be that much flexible, just to accommodate someone maybe a foot or two taller than me.
Oh, absolutely.
And Dakota knows Nia has never used a growth spell or anything.
Oh, I can certainly do that. These things can be rigid but flexible if you do it right. So I'll just take measurements. I'll make sure to add a little bit to a little bit of growth that you can have there. I assume you'll grow a little bit taller as time goes on. So yeah, don't worry. Growth spurt will be kept in mind.
Yes, I'm still a child by elven standards.
I can certainly see that. Yeah.
Eat your food, you fin.
Tiny little one.
Go ahead.
And you enjoying your food? I don't actually know what you are. So it looks at Dakota.
I'm a cowboy.
Huh. I've never seen a cowboy before. It's a weird race. Well, cowboy. Yeah. She kind of looks at the meat that keeps being stolen. You, can we eat some of your stew?
It's against the Cowboys code.
To eat stew?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't you say so? I wouldn't have made you a bull if I knew you couldn't have any stew. What do you eat?
You usually non-meat things.
He
Like
likes fruit a lot.
Fruit. Find a special order of fruit next time then. She just kind of reaches her hand back and sticks her hand in the pot of stew and like pulls out a couple of like potato pieces. Reaches over, grabs your bowl, kind of dumps it into the pot, and then puts the potato pieces in the stew, and just kind of like flicks her hand back in the pot and hands it back to you. There you go. Ain't no meat in that one.
Thanks, miss.
I didn't know it was against the code. I just thought you didn't like me very much.
He like nervously glances away.
Anya gets the message and is like, oh yeah. And she doesn't elaborate on what that oh yeah means and just goes back to her stew.
Fascinating seeing a cowboy in these regions. I ain't never seen one of you folk before. You, weird little face right there, you know. No offense meant to you, of course, but, do you have any body underneath that? You just a cloak?
We have bodies. Are there species that don't have bodies? That's
I think there's some fae species that do. I think it would be kind of cool if you were just a cloak.
It would be. It would be cool.
It would be.
And we're wandering travelers that uphold freedom and justice.
Huh. Cool. Ain't no freedom and justice need to be upheld here, but glad you're on that side, yeah.
I'm mostly here to check up on Cyril.
Except he's not here.
He is not, no.
Yeah. Well, man, he needs to show up in a couple of days, you know? I want to see him in my tent.
And Nia, like, tries to hide her laughter. She, like, chokes a little on her stew and tries to hide it by eating more.
Just, like, it's looking off into the distance with a real big smile on her face.
Like as friends, or?
No, Dakota.
For the orcs? Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, little buddy. Totally his friends in my little tent. Got a whole place all arranged for him.
Or the thing with the orcs?
She got like slowly looks over and she just might a look of confusion on her face, just like as she looks over at Nia, she just goes, "Is he young?"
His blankest expression on his face.
Ania thinks about how to answer this, and instead of answering the question, she goes,
"Oh, he spends a lot of time on the road alone."
Ah, gotta get you, friend.
I already have friends.
Friend who knows more than they've been teaching you.
I think Ania knows a lot about things.
I do.
She reads books and stuff.
Big Bertha just like slowly looks at Nia with like a cocked eyebrow and just goes, huh. And it's back to Wood Elf to know too much about that, but yeah. How many orc positions do you know?
Well, you have to remember, I
For
come from
fun?
a druid circle.
Like for war? He's so confused right now.
Ania puts a hand on, she reaches all the way up, puts a hand on Dakota's hat, and says,
Eat your stew.
Okay.
Right. Weirdest conversation I've ever had with a cow. Cowboy, you don't look like a cow, you know that?
More like, used to be farmers.
So,
That's very much a farmer hat.
so you're a cowboy because you're a boy with a cow?
My cow was killed in the war.
Ania chokes again on her stew.
The war? You had a war somewhere?
Yes. Cowboys versus the bandits a long time ago.
Wow.
Dakota has assassins after him.
Wow. And you lost your poor cow during the war? What was his name?
Bessie.
Bessie. It's a good name for a cow. You know, I once had a cow one time. His name was Butler. It was a good cow. We ate him.
Name?
We ate him. Yeah. Don't let a good cow go to waste. I hope you ate Betsy.
The bandits ate Bessie.
Damn. They took your prize cow away from you and ate him in front of you, guy. You've been through so much, child.
He kind of like gives like a glance to Ania, like, please get me out of here.
Takes over. She says,
You know, my mentor's an orc.
Oh, really? Who's your mentor, little lady?
I hear people don't like him very much, but his name is Life Learner.
Ah, little old learner. I know him from way back when. He was a stubborn old cow from the day he was born.
He made this for me.
and Ania will lift her scroll case and show off the carved book on it.
Ooh, fancy. Yeah, you don't normally get presents anymore aside from, you know, not cows. Aside from orcs.
He taught me a lot. I'm gonna try to learn Orcish from him next time I see him.
Oh, fancy. Next time you see him, be sure to say, I haven't used this word in a long time. Tell him that Big Bertha said, I have to think about what the word would be. Luxna.
Luxna?
Luxna.
Luxna.
Yeah.
Got it.
Tell him Big Bertha said that to him, and, look on his face will be ingenious.
If I come back around, I'll be sure to tell you what his reaction was.
Oh, fabulous. She reaches over and grabs out what looks to be a very long measuring tape. Now then, little lady. You ready to be measured?
Yes, ma'am.
And she'll put her... she went through a good deal of this too. And she'll put it down and she'll come over to get her measurements taken.
Cool. It takes several minutes to get your measurements taken, as she's not nearly as detailed as the other guy is. But she is clearly trying to make it so, like, you're quite a bit smaller than her. So it's a little bit more difficult for her. She has to, like, kneel down every now and again, and just try to generally get the proportions correct, especially since she's going to be adjusting and stuff like that. So it does take a good couple of minutes. But then she's like, all right, little lady, that's about all we got for you. You can put your cloak back on. So, we got the carcass here. I can probably do this in, well, you were kind of tiny, so, I'm back in another week or so. I've done by then.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be here for a month, so I'll have the time. Or you have time.
Oh, goody. I'll take my time with it then. And be sure to tell your big boy to come give me a visit.
I'll let him know you're looking for him. What was that word again you wanted me to tell Life Learner?
Luxna.
I'd like to insight.
Absolutely.
So insight to try to figure out the nature of that.
Is absolutely a swear word.
Okay.
Especially with the heavy with the heavy schnar at the end, that's usually speaking some kind of really mean swear word.
Okay.
Got it. I'll let him know.
Ah, thank you, darling. You are adorably small, you know that?
Yes, ma'am. I get that all the time, literally.
Well, be careful around the orcs. They're rude sons of bitches.
Oh, don't worry. I don't mind rude people much.
You would fit in weirdly well in an orc camp. Now, if only you weren't a twig.
Ah, that's okay. I have other methods.
Alright, now shoo, little ladies. Is time for sleepy times.
Good night, ma'am. I hope you sleep well.
And she will start to head out with Dakota.
Cool. You see Saber just kind of like standing there with the elk, just kind of like staring at y'all. She kind of like waves a little bit. So it's a very awkward and stilted wave.
Dakota kind of like leans over to Aeneas, like book 2. It turned out that Dakota was a farmer.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about farming?
No.
Well, we'll have to teach you some stuff so you can do that properly.
That would be nice. I'm really
Maybe we
glad she
can-
didn't ask me any more questions about my backstory.
That's why I took over the conversation.
Thank you.
My cow,
When we're in the
Betsy.
druid. When we're in the druid camp, maybe they can teach you a little bit about gardening.
Oh.
As you guys get
And
to Saber, kind of like looks and smiles and nods at y'all, and she goes, "Right, you met Big Bertha. She's only one of us orc folks down here that we don't really interact with all that much. So, good to see you two come out alive.
Oh, she was very pleasant.
You sure you met the right one?"
Oh, yes, I think she was nice to us because she's very attracted to Cyril.
Ugh. All right then. Glad he's the voice of our kingdom, of our town now. Then I suppose if you got Big Bertha on his side, ain't no one gonna fuck with that boy. Ugh.
He has many fans.
Sounds like it. All right, well, you folks get on your way, I suppose, with the little buddy here. She kind of like taps the side of the elk, and he just kind of looks at her incredulously. Just shrugs, and she's like, "Yeah, you get back on your boil here. Rest of the town ain't too happy having outsiders around here all so often. So, my job is to make sure you don't die when you get down here. So,
Thank you very much for that.
ah, yeah, no problem. I mostly just have to stand here and look menacing. It works out real well 90% of the time, you know."
Oh, yeah, you're doing a great job of it.
Oh, fantastic. I appreciate you.
And Ania will go ahead and tell the elk that they're ready to go. Does she know the name of the elk? She has, like, I think I mentioned before off screen she would talk to the elk sometimes. Has she, like, learned a name from them?
Cyril, that'd be a question for you.
You know
Cyril
what?
ever...
I don't think we've ever given the elk a name. Like it's just been this entity at this point.
I don't think the elk would ever like say to you that it has a name. Like I don't think the elk would ever say a name to you. And every time you would ask like, "Oh, what's your name?" it would just stare. Probably not comprehending what the word name is.
Ania would have told them that she'll think of a name for them later when she thinks of a good one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And they will head back to the inn.
Cool. you guys will head on back to the inn, and that is where we're going to be ending it for this week. I appreciate all of you. That was a very fun session. We are not going to be having a session next week, Friday, because I will be heading up to Seattle, probably early morning. I think we'll be leaving around like 9 o'clock, 9:30 a.m. So I will literally be in a different area code than my computer by the time we would do this normally. So I will be physically incapable of doing it. But yes, we're not going to be doing any streams next week, including obviously this one, because I have homework to do. I need to focus on that a little bit and then focus on prepping and stuff like that. So in 2 weeks, roughly speaking, we will most likely have the gala happen. Assuming, of course, Ania, that you would want your visit to your family be after the gala. We could obviously have it before, but that's up to you.
No, I'm fine with it being after.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll probably be doing the gala in about 2 weeks. You guys will have a week or so downtime to do whatever it is you're going to be doing. So feel free to just let me know in DMs or in your journal what you guys will be doing for that week, whether it's just random bullshit or if it's something that's actually relatively important to you. Whatever it is, you're welcome to play around with. And we will talk about it in 2 weeks. But in the meantime, we're going to go to our end screen. If you guys have not seen our players before today, feel free to go and check out their streams over there. We're going to pop up and do a raid. If you guys have not done a raid with us before, absolutely feel free to copy over this raid message as we go and visit somebody that we know, love, and care for, as I figure out who exactly that's going to be. Oh, my friend Nigma is playing Tantina's Wonderland. I haven't been able to do that for a while. System's doing Dead by Daylight with Cross, and System, I believe, rated us just a little while ago. So, oh no, System hasn't rated us, but he was in our chat a little while ago. So we're gonna visit System, System unrated. They're doing a 2v8 DVD with Cross, and they're playing either as players while they wait to be killers, or as killers and then doing back and forth. But I appreciate everyone who has been here for joining us today. I appreciate all of you so very, very much. You are a wonderful, wonderful series of people to hang with and to be around. As usual, I'm either inside of my Discord, I'm inside of Yuki's Discord late at night, so feel free to pop by if you guys are interested in doing so, or just chill, and we'll be back tomorrow for our last stream for a little while. And before I forget, let me stop my timer, because I totally forgot to do that. There we go. But yes, we will be doing a few things, and tomorrow we'll be doing the Sister campaign at 6 p.m. PST. So if you guys are interested in that and our last raid or our last stream for a little while, feel free to come on over. All right, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.